Hello, friends and comrades. How do I sound? I got a new microphone. I picked up a set of lavalier mics on clearance on an Amazon sale. So, I now have a set of these Neewer CM20s, CM28s in my collection. You're currently viewing me upon my Sony. Oh, hello heavens. Oh, goodness. Does that look better? That must look much better. There's no flicker bar. I had to change the frequency for my lights, so I didn't have bars across my expression. It really irritated me as a cameraman. Anyways, yes. Table, 4x7, almost done. Everything's in drawers, bins, or on the shelf. This is gonna get more of these 18-inch or 12 organizer. I'm gonna get 18 of them to put them across. 3 rows of 6. We're gonna 86 the 2 black ones. I don't like them. They're far too loose. They catch on the top, the sides, especially if they're full. I don't like them. So we're gonna get more of these Harbor Freight Storehouse and do that. And then this wall will slowly fill up with everything else I intend to put on it. Just not my... As they get fuller, yeah, they're a little easier, but once the drawers get real full, it's dicey. Whether they're catching at the top, on the sides. Some of these I don't like at all. So these, one tab, it's not recessed. These are a lot better. I can grab them multiples at a time, where these I'll get stuck and then have to pull them out. So we're getting rid of those, and we're gonna go all these. Everything that's in here is also need to be sorted. It's more of the oversized stuff. My childhood collection was largely sorted into 3 large bins after I got it back. Super small, super fine, like 2x2s, 4x4s. I've got some mega blocks I got to get out of there. More colors from when it was had changed hands for a time. The medium stuff, this is plates and just kind of larger, more bulky items. This is what's left from sorting number 3. I currently have my burps and more brick. This is everything else. When I was at Bricks and Minifigs, the owner taught me a way to sort if I didn't have a mechanical tool for it, like sorting trays or sifters or organizers. Is you sort it by brick, and then modified brick, plate, modified plate, and then everything else. So what I did is, I loved that idea, but I combined brick and modified into one category, and plate and modified plate into another category. So I had 3 options, and it really reduced the activity time spent organizing. Don't spend 2 hours trying to do 60 different items, just classify it roughly. So I did that, and we have brick, modified brick, everything else, and then we have plate. Now mind you, there is more to be had. Technic, everything Technic, pin, dowels, everything. These are personal projects from people that are coming over to visit. But we have brick, plate. This is the plate / modified plate bin. This is full. This has progressively gotten pushed into a bigger container as I accumulated more of it. The same with the brick. This is just about at overflow. So everything else recently gets put into this one down here. So it has really stepped down the amount of time I'm going to have to spend doing it, because we shifted everything over and just... So it's worked out really well, and I really, really like it. As you come into the shop, I want there to be a onboarding zone. Most of my tools are getting moved away from this table as well as potentially this wall. I want to take the table and I want to move it back. I've got a set of wheels and casters I got the same week I got the table, but I never put them on. The bottoms were unsupported, so it would just rips and collapse. But I've got enough extra lumber from projects throughout the summer that that should be a lot easier now. So once the table's cleared off, before we start the terrain pass, where I'm gonna dump out the modified plate bin and start doing the texture pass. So it will be so much easier if I can move it and shift it around. So we're gonna put the dowels or the casters on, and then for more room in the sorting area, because the organizer wall is behind you, I want to be able to kind of shift this around. I won't always need access to the opposite side, but it is going to be a 360-degree mock. So I want to be able to move it to look, kind of position and structure things as needed before it goes down to wherever it's going to go. I would love to show this off at work because, you know, 65% of its collection is stuff I've gotten at work. Or, you know, I probably, God, I don't know how to quantify the amount of Lego I had as a child, because it was like, oh, it'd fill a minivan. What does that mean? Is it loose brick? No, it was well organized. I can probably find some photos of my old collection. I gave it away, well, 10 years ago now, right after the wife and I got married, because I just didn't have time to move it. It was quite cumbersome to move, and I kept having to ask friends for hey man, can I borrow the van? We gotta move. We moved like 7 times in 5 years. It was ridiculous. And then after that it was like, I gotta get rid of it. So I gave it to a family friend who gave it to his niece and nephews, and a majority of their collection as a child was my collection as a child. I kept a few small things after we kept moving. Some 21109, or 21109. It was the exosuit, the commemorative exosuit circa 2015. I had a pair of those, and I kept those with me. I have one, but I gave away the other. The collection, so iterating back to my initial thought, is I don't know how to quantify the percentage of new Lego versus old Lego. So I want to be able to say I've probably got 8 gallons, I want to say 8 or 10 gallons in volume from the largest bulk bags there at Bricks and Minifix, because it's about 2 gallons, I think. So I want to say I've probably got at least 10 gallons of new bulk. The 3 blue-handled bottom bins you saw on the bottom there are 3 of 5 original bins that I got the day I picked up all the Lego. I had classified it over the weekend at my sister's, borrowing the classifier from work at the time, and assessed it. Found some valuable stuff. I had a bunch of minifigs I donated to the store. Really old, in good enough condition that they could be sold and then resold by the store. They've got to be in, there's condition minimums that if it's too rough, is no good. So there was a lot I didn't get back, but there was some the 90s Pirates, the 90s Cavalry, a lot of the Knights, and a lot of the space. There was the old 87 Robotech and like Zotaxian Invasion era, which was really, really fun in my time. A lot of the UFO flying saucers. Some of my favorites. So I got to keep a few for nostalgic purposes, and then the rest went to the store. Started a nice little boost of initial funding to start getting more of this, as well as processing the old stuff. So it's been a trip down memory lane going through everything I've got, because Some of it's my old, some of it's my new. As I would find pieces and classify it out, everything else went onto the table. So AAT pieces, Anakin's original pod racer, Gasgano. I think I found parts of Gasgano's torso in there. A lot of my classic Zotaxian fenders, so to speak. There's also a fair amount of, put it down in the comments if you know what it is. One of my favorites. A lot of this as well. I was a real big underwater. The Neptune Discovery Center. I had those blue big quarter panels. I loved those. I had like 6 of them because I had got them from the Android base. Because in my day that still wasn't that old. But then Neptune Discovery Center and a few other pieces. I still have some of the larger ones. So it became a super good trip down memory lane that I found the old Excel document of the sets I had originally as a kid, like 10 or 12 years ago when I had started to consider moving the collection on. I took an Excel spreadsheet of everything I actively remembered owning or everything I knew I had pieces for. And it was like 130 sets. It was a lot, but it had all been classified into tackle boxes and then storage totes and organizers and the little yellow 4-drawer things from Harbor Freight that had the open top lid. I had a few of those because I had classified all the way down to stud by stud and by color. My mom had given me some old metal and plastic, like long, deep organizers. So I had a handful of those that went with it as well that were all like all the trans and colored plate, all the trans and colored grills, slope grills. Like I'm looking at the wall right now, like it was all the wedges, 1x1 wedges were in their own tray for their own color, all the studs with holes, and all the trans. So it was just this beautiful little box of color that you got to take with you. And I loved having it around. Every room we got for the first few years, if there was an extra room, my Lego just popped into that corner there, and that was its space. Sometimes I've had my computer in the same room. You know, my domain that shall not be disturbed. Anyways, but initially it's been a great trip down memory lane, finding my old stuff and what to do with my new stuff. So it became this awesome experience that I was like, oh, I gotta make some stuff. This is the design idea for a fighter. Our intrepid hero needs a fighter, something classic, something not store-bought, so to speak. But I love this original dark gray color with the propeller housings from the old Deep's Neptune Discovery Lab sets. This is the Sting Raiders, and then this is also part of the Sting Raiders. I've got a lot of Rock Raiders in there too. Some of my favorite series, the Rock Raider, Chrome Crusher, Granite Grinder. I had everything but the mothership and the base, which was c'est magnifique. But that Sting Raiders, that Aqua period, I could tell you. I probably can't tell you the set number of the set that kind of started it all when it came to deep sea. I still fucking hate swimming in deep water if I can't see the bottom. If it's an open body like an ocean, I'm not a big fan. If it's a river, yeah, cool, okay, that's fine. I know that there's nothing that's going to come up and tickle my toes against my will. And that would not be good. But Lego allowed me to go there metaphorically. And kind of when it came time to developing my imagination as a child. So I absolutely love these pieces. Absolutely love these pieces. So I was thinking, what color windshield? I want to make it really sleek. If not, maybe the front section for a larger ship. Considering developing some sort of, when he is sent off to his punishment, does he get one ship or does he get two and like a cargo hauler? or let one ship in a cargo hauler, or is the ship the cargo hauler? I don't know, enough moving materials, because his job as an astronaut is to terraform. It's his punishment for what I'm calling the microwave incident, with no further context. So the punishment for the microwave incident is he has to go terraform this barren planet. That's what this table is, Project Asteria. He has to go there, and he has to manage a trash world, rebuilding it as a habitable planet. Its gravitational value isn't high enough yet, so he needs to increase the mass of the planet in order for it to become habitable. We're attempting to simulate, 1.0 G Earth standard. So he's got to make it passable for human life. So the corporate just loads a bunch of trash onto it, and generally it's automated. They can set it and forget it, come back to it later. But this one stopped working suddenly because it was the early prototype of the operated ones that weren't fully autonomous and had a human simulacrum, or an actual human on the planet. So this one stopped working, but by then they had automated the process fully, and they just forgot about it and fell off the radar. So our intrepid adventurer has to go to this planet and restart it as punishment. They gave him something on the back burner, a backlogs project that corporate didn't really have to worry about. So that's what's going to play a role in began filming with new Lego onboarding. When I talked about onboarding and bringing Lego in from the shop, it's stuff that I can put in the background of all the scenes that are actually going to be filmed on the table and current, because I want to start filming in like the next 3 weeks. So I'm not obtuse to modifying that deadline as needed, but it's time to get started. I'm motivated and I'm ready. So the first purchase was made quickly with the sale of some hardware out of the shop. So yeah, love these colors. I want to expand upon it. I love this pattern. This fits really well. If I can find something else super nostalgic, I want to use it. For example, I have this somewhere in old dark gray. And I thought about making that the fuselage or thruster assembly. The wife likes dual engines. I had thought about I could fit a third engine on top and it would still look relatively geometric, but she says it's too much for the size. The engines look bigger than the car. And I had considered doing this as the engine housing as well, and that would add another nostalgic dark gray of the same color scheme right there. But I don't know yet. I do like this because, again, it ties back to the whole theme in general. And I kind of want to make it thematic. In most science fiction video games, they use the Navy and nautical terms for exploring our vast emptiness of space. So it ties back to aquatic, kind of a quasi-aquatic. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. That I really like. It's a fleet, it's a navy, everything of similar caliber. So I recolored one of the Galactic Interceptors with sand blue. I love this sand blue and this classic yellow windshield. It's really, really one of my favorites. So I've been doing a lot of R&D lately while I figure that process out. Ugh. My battery's dying, and so are my knees. I'm super excited. Project Asteria is the general context of this name. There's a lot more of the story to develop, but I was told more than enough times in recent that I needed to start sharing this idea. I've already got another friend of mine on board that he's like, dude, can I make a character? Can I join you? Like, ooh, I have a partner. And I really like that idea. The bosses provided some input. Both bosses actually have provided some really good feedback. So it's good. our intrepid adventurer, because I still don't have a name for him yet because I'm that way. I've been making like a custom Rock Raider inspired dozer. It's not quite done yet, but again, very, very reminiscent pieces to be seen that are going to help dictate its design style in the future. So it's been a real good trip down memory lane. So I gotta go, but stay tuned. I'm gonna probably try to do another video this weekend while we finish this for the next few days and get some more behind the scenes management and logistics. I gotta put up some lights. I've got a couple of ring lights out here I'm gonna use. Does that sound better? After reviewing the footage, I moved this. This was falling over and it sounded canny. So I hope this is a little better. I don't know. Oh, battery's at 12%. So I'm going to have to end this video here. But stay tuned for more. Lego is the best therapy.